What's goody? Hey man, so an idea that's been thrown around a lot in the recent years and everything like that, especially with load management and things like that, is the idea of shortening the NBA season to like 72 games or something like that. And while this is an idea that I'm still not necessarily a fan of and something that I still necessarily wouldn't be behind, it is something that I think deserves to be discussed because the state of basketball once we get to like March is just like of NBA basketball. Once we get to like March, just isn't like my favorite thing. Um, and it's like, especially like because you're in March, not only is there NBA basketball on, but this is when the peak of college basketball is. This is when March Madness is. Like tomorrow, the Sweet 16 starts and everything like that. And that's just like a great time for college hoops. And it just kind of seems like the NBA gets overshadowed by this time by college at this time, which is fine, and I think it'll always be like that because the whole draw of college basketball is March Madness. So I think it'll always be like this. But hoops in March just isn't great. Now, don't get me wrong. You got teams like the Bulls that are playing great right now. You got guys like Kobe White that play great in March. Dini Avdija has been great. Quentin Grimes has been great and everything like that, right? But once it comes to March hoops, it's just like even the most diehard basketball fans that I know aren't watching NBA basketball all day, every day, the way, or like aren't even watching NBA basketball every single day the way that you would throughout the regular season normally. Like me, I've watched a couple games this month, maybe like not many though. Like I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that I've been watching hoops or NBA basketball every single day this month because I simply haven't. And a big trigger for what made me make this video right now is the Damian Lillard injury. Now, he's got blood clots. He's out for like an indefinite amount of time. So prayers up to Dame. I hope you heal up well. Blood clots are like a super scary thing. We saw that with Chris Bosh. We're seeing that with Wemby right now. And I hope that it doesn't affect Dame in any crazy way. I hope that he can recover and be great. And Juju Watkins on a college basketball level. Prayers up for her. Hope she can recover from that ACL very well and everything and come back and be even better than she was before because I'm a big Juju Watkins fan. And it was super, super sad on like just seeing her go down with that injury. And it was like everybody that I saw was just like super sad about it. Like it was just like one of those things that like the whole basketball community was super, super saddened by. And it's just like around this time, there's so many star players out. It's like, okay, Zion Williamson isn't going to play more than half the games around this time when the Pelicans aren't playing for anything. So these players where they're not really playing for anything, they start to rest a lot of their key guys. And if not rest them for like full games, they'll do what the Raptors are doing and they'll rest them for the fourth quarter of every single game. And then we've got key guys on key teams. LeBron just missed some time. Anthony Davis just came back. Steph Curry hurt. Dame hurt. It's like we've got guys on pretty much every. Jason Tatum now hurt. Jalen Brunson hurt. It's like we've got guys on pretty much every team. And Jokic has missed time. He's still missing time. He missed time against the Bulls. Hurt. J-Dub hurt. We've just got guys around the sport. Ja Morant hurt. I just can keep going on and on, but we've just got guys around the sport that it seems like every single year miss time around this time of the year, and it just makes the basketball just so much less entertaining because it's like, especially the casual fan, even me, if I tune into a game and it's like Pelicans versus Grizzlies or it's Pelicans versus Clippers or something, if I see Zion's not playing, I'm not watching the game. If I see Bucks versus Pacers, and then Damian Lillard isn't playing, I'm probably not going to watch the game. And a thing with the Bucks that just like on the Damian Lillard injury thing, if he's out, they're losing in the first round. I'm telling you right now, if the way that he's out for an indefinite amount of time, let's say he misses the rest of the regular season, they're probably going to fall to the 6th seed, and the Pistons are probably going to be at the 5 seed, and now the Bucks are going to have to play the Cavs, they're going to have to play the Knicks in the first round, and they're just not going to win that series, especially not if Dame isn't playing. So yeah, good luck to the Bucks, man, because I don't really know what you were doing. I literally just had a video where I was talking about the Bucks and how disappointed I was in them recently. And they've still got a tough stretch of the season left, and Damian Lillard seems like he's going to be out for all of it. So it's just tough for them, but it's just like you start looking at basketball around this time. And it's like a weird time where we're getting towards the end of the season, but we're not quite at the end of the season yet. So like these games are cool, but like it's not quite playoff anticipation yet because we're not quite at the end of the season. So it's just like a really awkward time where it's like post All-Star break, but still pre last couple games of the season. And it's just a really awkward time. And it seems like March basketball every single year in the NBA just kind of declines. And maybe this is just because the whole world is so much more focused on college basketball, but it's also because of injuries and stuff like that. So the idea of shortening the season to like 72 games or whatever you want to shorten it to is one of those things where I usually wouldn't give it any traction at all. But in times like this, it looks like a really good idea. Now, I am still not behind it. I believe that the way that old heads already criticize the game, if you shorten the season even more, it's going to have the old heads criticizing the game even more. Awards are going to be looked at now way differently than they were during an 82-game season. It's kind of the same way where like we see guys get close to breaking receiving records or rushing records or getting 2,000 yards rushing in an NFL season. It's like, yeah, well, they had 17 games to do it. Some of these guys did it in 14 games. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just one of those things where it's always going to give older generations it's just going to always kind of make the hate between the older generation and the new generation kind of more of a big thing that it already is. And I think that's already one of the big things that's kind of killing basketball and it's kind of hurting the NBA in general. And I just don't think it's a good idea for that reason. But then, bro, when you come down to the injuries and when you come down to eliminating maybe where you have 4 games in 5 nights or you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. If it makes it to where teams have less back-to-back, so we're seeing the star players more throughout that 72-game season, you kind of got to look at it and be like, yeah, right now, that kind of seems like something that would make sense. Because if we shorten the season, there would be, 5 games left in this season if we had to shorten it to 72 games, like max. Like that would be like maybe 5 to 7 games left in the season. That's when you start to get that playoff anticipation. And then it's like also at the same time, even if they don't shorten the season in terms of like length as in months, that's a good thing too. Because if they shorten the lengths and in terms of lengths and then months, in terms of lengths within months and days and everything like that, that's when the NBA starts to compete with March Madness when the playoffs are starting. And you definitely don't want that if you're the NBA because you're not going to beat March Madness. So keeping the season over the same amount of days, but just having the teams have less games is one of those ideas that starts to look really, really good at a time like right now, where it just seems like there's every single team has a key player hurt. Every single team has key players that are missing time, even if it's just like a random game, they're missing it because it's like they're trying to get guys healthy for the playoffs. Yes, but then also we're at the point of the regular season where guys have played 60 plus games this season. Their bodies are hurt. Stephen Curry is damn near 40 years old. LeBron James is 40 years old. Those guys are missing time because their bodies just may not be able to handle it. So while I'm still not one of those people that's going to be like, yeah, the NBA definitely needs to shorten it, it is one of those ideas that I definitely start to think it could be a good thing. So just let me know what y'all think about it, bro. And yeah, all glory to God. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for watching. All right. Okay.